Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Today we're gonna be making my brother's birthday cake. Now this cake is kind of tricky. It's the Taiwanese Castella Cake. I've never made it before. I've had it and it's one of my brother's favorite cake, so I just wanted to see if I can recreate it for him. So for this recipe you are going to need 6 eggs. I am separating it right here into the yolks and the whites. Make sure you guys don't get any shells in the whites, or else it won't fluff up all the way. And you don't want your cake to taste crunchy. Right here I am going to be sifting 3/4 cups of cake flour with an additional 2 tablespoons and 1/4 teaspoons of salt. If you guys want it in grams, it's 105 grams of cake flour. Sifting the flour makes everything very smooth, very fine, ensuring us that there are no clumps. Now, over a double boiler, you are going to be melting down your butter and your milk. I am using about 1/4 cup of butter with an additional 2 tablespoons of butter and 1/2 cup of milk. So that's 80 grams of butter and 120 grams of milk. I am using whole milk here. It is good to mention that I have already preheated my oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. What are your guys' favorite birthday cakes? I know I had mine. It was a matcha cheesecake, and this is one of my brother's favorite. So let me know, comment down below what you guys like to eat for your birthday. Do you guys like cakes? Do you guys like pie? Do you guys like a pile of nacho chips with a candle on top? No judgment. I love nachos. So what you saw I just did there was while the butter when the butter melted and it is still hot, I went ahead and poured the mixture into my flour. So the batter is a little bit thick right here, but that's okay. And you guys know my trick, my little cap full of vanilla. And you gotta mix it on up. Add in 1 egg yolks at a time. Have you guys ever had Castella Cake before? You know, it's basically that cake where people pull it out and it looks super impressive because it's like really fluffy and it does the whole jiggle wiggle when you tap it. I don't know whether or not I'm gonna get that consistency, but I know the taste will be there. Also, how was your guys' Halloween? Mine was really calm. Remember, my brother was born on the Day of the Dead, so November 1st, and a few years ago, I think I was in middle school, I wrote him a poem and it was horrible. It rhymed and I thought it was the best thing that I've ever written in my life, but thinking about it, it's horrible. I rhymed something about Day of the Dead and then something about, oh, you're closer to death, and I'm like, I'm thinking about it and I'm like, oh my goodness, like that's a terrible thing to say, but he liked it. So obviously I am mixing up my egg whites and some sugar until it has firm peaks. I mixed the 6 egg whites with 1/2 cup of sugar, so about 100 grams there. And gotta do my little trick. If you flip it upside down, it doesn't plop on out. You are good. You're gonna go ahead and mix a little bit of the egg whites into the egg yolks first, then you are gonna fold gently, very gently, the egg yolk mixture into the egg whites. Creating the pale yellow cake batter. You want to be really gentle here because we incorporated a lot of air and we don't want all of that going to waste. This right here was the most stressful part of the whole thing. I had no idea how I was going to cover this square pan with parchment paper, and I knew I had to do some folding and cutting and origami thing. I googled it. The only thing I know how to make with paper and fold are paper airplanes and a boat. That's about it. Thank goodness for editing because that took a really long time. Now we're going to go ahead and pour my batter into the pan. I tried to smooth out the top. We're going to put it into its water bath. I use boiling water and only about halfway. While that is cooking, baking away, I took my brother out for a little bit of dinner celebration. We went to a really nice restaurant. We had to make a reservation first. Thank you, COVID. And we went to go eat hot pot. It wasn't very cold here in Colorado, but everybody wanted something soupy and warm and cozy to eat. We've started off with some fried calamari and it was delicious. And I didn't really film during my whole meal because I wanted just to focus on my brother. But here at least are some really yummy photos to look at. Have you guys ever had hot pot? It's one of my favorite dishes to eat. Alright, my Castella Cake, it has come out of the oven, but I can already tell it's a little bit denser than I would like a lot denser, and it doesn't have that smooth texture on top, so something went wrong. That's okay, it still tastes really yummy. It is a lot denser than it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be light and airy and fluffy, and you're supposed to be able to wiggle it when it comes out of the oven. I'm just letting it cool down here because I need to pack it up and go to my parents. That's where my parents and my brother will be, so I personally feel like birthday cakes always need to have frostings. That's just me. So I made a little bit of a whipped cream, some cream frosting here, and it was delicious. Come on, doesn't that look like a very cute square slice of cake? And get ready, you are about to hear my family sing. I am so sorry. Skip if you do not want to hear us awkwardly sing.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
So it actually turned out to be a little bit lighter than I thought. I thought it would be super dense at the bottom, but it actually turned out very nice. Not as soft and fluffy as it should have been, but it still is really good. Everyone had a slice, everyone enjoyed. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching. Subscribe, like my videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, guys.